Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess back for another review of Family Business Season 5, Episode 3, Special Delivery. Let's go. So, this episode opens up with Sasha sitting outside this cafe. She's drinking a glass of wine. She's looking gorgeous. And her man friend calls and he's like, "Where you at?" Or maybe she called him. No, I think he called her and she said, "I'm sitting outside, and he's like, "Are you going to come and see me off? I'm in the hotel room, or should I get dressed?" And she was like, "No, don't get dressed. I'm going to come see you." And then she was asking him, like, "Do you have to leave?" He's like, "I already accepted the deposit on this job." So I'm assuming that he's a hitman of some sort. And she's like, "So you're just gonna leave me like here?" And he's like, "I already accepted the deposit, but you can come with me and we can split it half." And she's like, "I love to." He was like, "If I'm with you, I can meet your family and in New York and all of that." She's like, "You sure you're ready for that?" He's like, "Are you sure you're ready for what I'm gonna ask of you?" And he has an engagement ring, and we see he is the holder of the blue roses that is supposed to be dead. And she has a blue rose, one of those blue roses. There's a beautiful vase of them in his hotel room, so it's like, oh, okay, this is the guy. And he has an engagement ring. He's going to ask her to marry him, and they're in love, but she can't go. She promised someone that she would help her do something with the boutique while she's away. And she wants to be responsible. And he's like, "Sasha, this half of this job will be 6 figures. You don't have to work this boutique, you know?" And Sasha's like, "No, I want to be responsible." So, and he's excited that she's coming up and that he's going to also meet her family in New York. And as she ends this call, she looks at this picture and she said, "I love my family more." And she detonates a bomb and blows up his room. She get up, she walk away, she leave the blue rose on the table. And the next thing we know, she's waking up from a dream in a panic attack. The roses are on her dresser and she's like, "What the F?" Somebody is messing with her. So it's the next morning, of course. Y'all remember when I told LC don't go home and disappoint Chippy? Baby, Chippy is in a coma, okay? She is knocked out. He is proud. He and his friend is back in business. And he is feeling himself, honey. I thought LC was going to start doing push-ups. Baby, he's stepping high and he's... Oh my goodness, he's so proud of himself. It's so funny, child. It's so funny to me. Now, LC, what I did need to do, I did need to see that side boob now. You almost made me gag, but I am happy for you, and I'm happy that Chippy got her, got her piece, honey, that she was... baking blueberry pies and sticking blue pills in your food for us. So good job, LC. Good job. Before he can continue his celebration in there in the mirror, feeling himself, checking his boxes out and all that kind of fun stuff, here come Dirty Cowboy Man calling him because he's at the morgue talking about, "I wonder if you had anything to do or know what happened with him, because the last I knew he was meeting you for $5 million. And now he's dead." And Elsie is like, "What you asking me for? But, I killed him, since you're asking." I just knew he was going to be like, "I don't know what you mean." Child, that would have been my card. I ain't no gangster for real. Dude is like, "Man, you done caused some problems because somebody knew that you was going to meet him and he got a big mouth." Elsie say, "I'll take care of that. Don't you worry about that. I'll take care of that. Don't you like women with big boobs?" He was like, "Yeah, what this got to do with it? Don't you worry about it." Like, And you know what? I'm bored with this phone call. I think I'm about to wake my wife up. I'll holler at you later. Chippy girl, you wanted that ED situation resolved. He about to wake you up, girl. So Mr. Vass, thing two, who robbed Chippy of her car, that duo, the one who has his mother in the hospital, that's terminal. Well, I don't want to say she's terminally ill, but she definitely needs expensive treatment. He is there visiting his mom. She's resting. And he's emotional, of course, because he just needs her better, and it's hard for him to see her in that space. And the hospital representative interrupts him and was like, you know, your aunt has known for weeks, but her insurance lapsed, and it's going to take $40,000 to keep her at this facility. She's set to transfer later this week. So he's going to come up with the money somehow. And I guess he'll be meeting the Duncans again soon, or he's going to start whatever this job is that he has to start. It'll be interesting to see what happens with his story, but we get a little glimpse there of the urgency of his money issues and why he's so hard-headed. Yeah, Chippy come floating in the kitchen at 2:00 in the afternoon. She is on cloud 9. They had a great night and an even better morning. She's talking to Marie, her sister-in-law, and they're just kind of recapping, and she's happy for her and, joking around. She is transparent and saying that it makes her kind of jealous. I know that Larry is not your favorite person, but I wish I knew where my husband was. And Chippy's like, I'm going to get Vegas to look into it for you. If LC is over what Larry did, then why can't I? And I love you. I'd do anything for you. Let me tell you, their sister-girl dynamic, I'm just here for it. I'm here for the seasoned women and their friendship of it all. I love it. So Rio is pressing Paris about her attitude lately. Ever since she's gotten back from Europe, she's been distant and jittery, and she kind of got upset at breakfast this morning and left abruptly. Like, what is up? Like, what is up with you? And so, long story short, he learns that she had to kill Miles. That was his name. And he's shocked because he knew how much she loved him. But it turns out that she learned that someone had hired him to assassinate their dad. So she had to kill him. And she knows it for sure because she saw the pictures that she had of him, that Miles had of her dad. So on top of that, she's sure he's dead because she saw them cover him up. And now she's getting these same Ecuadorian blue flowers that are $600 a dozen, by the way. That's why they're so gorgeous. So somebody is trying to mess with her. And girl, that means that somebody's doing more than that, because the mark must be still on her dad, for one. And they know you killed who they had the mark for. So that's a second mark. And he then killed Jonah and about to tick some people off. So it's already given a heated season this season for family business. And girl, I'm here for it. Let's go. So Mr. Duncan pays a visit to L-Jack. He gives him a stack of money that he needs him to make a run with. Apparently he's the best in the business. L-Jack agrees, and Mr. Duncan warns him to not mess this up. We learned that Orlando has a bullet mark for his head tonight. So that family that is looking for the son and his mom and the husband, the one that they killed. The henchman has reported back to that family that they can't find him, and Orlando is back in New York. So he's rounding up the fellas, and they're gonna pay a visit tonight. Now they can't kill off Orlando. Like, we just getting to know each other. We just getting an understanding, Anyway, let's keep going. So Rio and Nevada are on their way to the club to check things out. They have a new club that's opening tonight, but they make a pit stop by the church because, of course, Rio has not let go of this carjacking situation of his mom, and he wants to know who did that. So they stop into the church, see the auntie, distract her so Nevada can get on her computer and hack the video footage, and he did find it and has it all downloaded on a disc. So Rio's gonna get the information that he needs, and I guess that'll be his angle this season, because that guy is desperate for money, so he may not even have to look far for him. So Paris solicits her cousin Curtis, who is the best bounty hunter in the business, and he's ready to get back to work. He's a little bored, so he's looking for something to do, and so she puts him on this Niles Monroe situation, shares with him in confidence that she's basically being haunted by a dead man, and it's making her nervous. So she wants him to go to Europe and find out if he's really dead, and if he is, then who is it that is toying with her mental? And Curtis is all for it, so he'll leave in the morning. So Spec Wallace, the gentleman that knew about LC's business meeting with the $5 million extortioner, he is hanging out with Junior at the house of ladies, and getting his drink on and his pick of the litter. And I mean, he is drunk on boobs, tequila, and the horizontal poking word. So he's on cloud nine, and I guess I'm kind of getting to what LC was thinking about when he said that he liked women with big boobs. So anyway, he takes another round with another one of the ladies, all excited, feeling like Hugh Hefner. And he's very thankful for his weekend. He's like, this is the best advertisement in all weekend. Paid trick, pun intended, is on the house, and he's on cloud nine, and no one knows his secret. So Spec Wallace bids them well and heads out to get ready for his trip back home. And LC Duncan is his driver. He tips his hat. LC about to put another one on his hands. Yeah, there's that. Meanwhile, Stick 'em Up is completing his first real job. So they are with a mark. He and the gentleman that he saw to get more work. He's kind of auditioning because the guy told him that they do really dangerous work. You can die in any moment. But they are there. They catch this guy slipping, leaving his house. He has a bag of money, and they're about to rob him. They go upstairs to make sure that, one of them stays with him. The other one goes upstairs to make sure that no one is at home. And just as he's coming back down, he noticed that the guy is about to get the slip on his partner, so he ends up shooting him and killing him. They did not plan on killing him. They were going to let him live, but they kill him. They run off with the money. They're all excited because they got a good lick, a really good lick. So that takes care of his situation with his mom, with his half. And old dude is impressed because he could have killed him also. He could have watched the guy kill him, and then he killed the guy and take off with the money, but he didn't do that. So he trusts him. He's really in. So he's solid there, but Rio is on his what. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe even sooner than he thinks, because he is now invited to a party at a club tomorrow night to celebrate. It's gonna be the biggest thing. It's a new club, and I guarantee you this is Rio's club. So, and he got this boy in his back pocket. It's two sides of thug life that's gonna clash, I'm assuming, and I'm here for it. I can't wait till next week or whenever they're gonna catch up, because I do need some action. Because this, I know they have these episodes where it's just kind of like laying the foundation, but honey, when I watch Family Business, I want some popping action all the time, and I'm not getting at this episode, so I'm doing the best I can with this review. But low key, I'm kind of bored. Anyway, LC has handled his business. He's in the alley somewhere, and he's waiting on Chippy, my girl Chippy. She pulls up just in time to scoop him up. She's concerned, like, what are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere without your car? He tells her that he has some car trouble, but he needed to take care of something, and she rolls with it. Y'all, Orlando with his fine self walks out this building to his car to about 8 guns pointed at his face, like, yeah, we got some catching up to do. Let's talk. Orlando's like, I'm not getting in that car. And mob boss is like, yeah, it's not a request. You know, it's not a question. And they're just at this standoff. I don't even know how he is going to get out of this unless somebody shows up. The guy reassures him, I'm not here to start no ruckus. But Orlando knows he's killed that man's, I guess it's his son, definitely his family member. So this is not going to end well. And that's the end of the episode. Special delivery. I still watched this whole episode not knowing what the delivery was. The delivery is the setup for next week. So hopefully next week is going to have to be interesting because I am definitely invested in what is going to happen with Alonzo. I mean, not Alonzo. That was the ex-boyfriend of mine. Orlando. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this review. I do find this stuff fun. This episode was okay, but we're just on episode 3, so I know it's going to get cooking. It already is. And I'll be back with another review next week. It's your girl, Duchess, and I'm out.